Happy 4th of July, aka American Pride Day. And for those of you that aren't American, this day means nothing to you. I apologize for people who are going to blindly shout their pride for America at your faces because you're on the internet. But, you know, I don't really give a shit about today. It's just like, lost its flair to me a long time ago. But figure, hey, there are people who love it, so might as well mention it. But anyways, hey guys, well, we got a match here today against tigertenaka. It's an OU match using Volturn team because I haven't used it for a while because I haven't used it in a Wi-Fi battle just because I was like, probably should take a break from it because people are probably getting too sick of it. But then I was like, I want to use it again. So using it, so yeah, opponent, he's got, you know, just a bunch of team of threats, so that's always fun. But main threats I do see on his end are going to be that Salamence and that Latios. Latios because I don't have really like a secure way to truly kill it. I mean, I have like T-Tar and Magnezone, and then Celebi can do a little bit of damage, but it can easily 2-KO all of my team, so I gotta make sure what it's doing, minimize all the threat ability it has, and just get out of the way. Mence, if it gets sets up, I don't have too much to stop it, aside from Landorus, so I gotta make sure he doesn't get too set up, and I should generally be okay against it, so that's what I'm mainly looking at from threats. Gengar and Infernape might also be annoying, but I should be able to deal with them well enough, so whatevs. But leads on his end, I'm not really too concerned with what he'll lead with, because Landorus should be able to take on any of his dudes right off the bat, so I figure let's just go off with Landorus, should be safe enough, but he leaves off with his own Landorus. I decided to just go right for Stealth Rocks. I don't know I can take one hit from him, so I kind of want to scout out what he's doing first. So he goes for his own rocks. I'm like, okay, he's probably just going to U-turn. So I'll just go for HPS, get some damage off, and that should bring it down pretty low. I know it won't kill, but it'll do a substantial amount of damage as to where it'll be less threatening later on. He does go for U-turn because that's what people like to do apparently. They like to U-turn like that. But he's going to go out into Latios. I'm like, okay, generally I can live one hit from Latios unless it's Specs, but I was like, fuck it, maybe he won't be Specs, but turns out he is Specs because he takes me out with Surf, so I don't get a hit off on Latios, but at the very least, I know he's Specs, so I can go into T-Tar, who I know can take one Spec Surf, and at the very least, trap it with Pursuit, so that's what I proceeded to do. I guess he thought I wouldn't Pursuit for some reason, and I guess he thought I would go for Crunch, so he decides to switch out, but I kill him with Pursuit, because Pursuit would have still killed him if he didn't switch out, because it's still a CB T-Tar, and it's, yeah, so that's cool. So I take him out, which is pretty nice, and he goes out to Infernape, and I figured he wouldn't stay in thinking I would want to preserve T-Tar, but T-Tar really has no use for me at this point against his team, so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stay in Pursuit because he might just U-turn, and it worked because he did U-turn, so I got to Pursuit him. I mean, it brings him down pretty low, so it's kind of nice, but he's going to go into Mence now. I'm like, well, T-Tar is Death Fodder at this point. I mean, at the very least, what I can do is, if he tries to set up, I get off one Pursuit, and then I should hopefully be able to revenge kill it with something else. But it turns out he's most likely Scarfed because he has no life over leftovers. He kept just going for Dragon Claws because that'll kind of hit most of my team, but not all of it. But whatever the case, since I do figure he's Scarfed, I'm going to go to Infernape as opposed to Celebi because I don't want Celebi to lose any potential speed tie and just take too much damage because Celebi is always a nice dude to have around. So I'm going to go into Infernape. Mach Punch is able to take him out, so that's good. But now he gets a free into Gengar, so I got to switch out. Going to Rotom though because I can just Volt Switch because he's probably just going to lay up a sub, which he does. And then I can just Volt Switch away that sub and go into Celebi because, I mean, first, obviously, I have to take the hit, and then I can go into Celebi, so that kind of works because now Rotom takes the hit, so Celebi doesn't. But, yeah, Volt Switch over to Celebi. Do get a crit on the sub. That doesn't matter at all. It's Gengar, I mean, seriously. But going to Celebi, the way I switched it in, plus the Sandstorm shit, should have made it apparent that I was Scarfed, but I guess he might not have been paying attention. Plus, not everyone pays attention to those minute details, and they just think, oh, it's a Pokemon like this, maybe he's just trying to bait or some shit, I don't know. But I guess he also might not want anything else to take a hit, but whatever the case, take down the Gengar. He goes into Magnezone. I'm like, okay, let's just go into my own because I don't really care about it. It has no use to me, so at the very least, if he's gonna sub up, I know he has the balloon, so there's a possibility he subs up. If he subs up, I can at the very least take one hit from him, then break his sub, and I can go into something to revenge kill him, so that's kind of the game plan there. So I do take out the sub at the very least right here and pop his balloon. That doesn't even matter because I don't have any ground moves left on my team. So whatever case, he takes me out, not wanting to bullshit around. But I can go into Infernape now and just take him down with close combat because that's what CB Ape does. I could have gone for Fire Punch, but actually, why didn't I go for Fire Punch? Actually, no. Close combat would have done more, and Magnus has high defense, but... I mean, I guess I was also preparing in case he wanted to bring in his own Infernape, so that's kind of a thing too, but I don't know, whatever. The case, Landers comes in. I figure even with the Intimidate, I might have enough to take him down, but unfortunately it's not, so he's going to live. Not that it matters too much, because I have Celebi still. That'll be enough to take down both Landers and Infernape, so I believe I just bring in Celebi right here. That would make sense. Yep, do bring in Celebi. Just going to go for Psychic, and then I can go for another Psychic on the Infernape, and he cannot kill me with a Mach Punch. I already know he's Life Orbed, so I kind of got the game in the bag, so yeah, Psychic will take out the Infernape, and that'll kind of make it be the match. So GG, tigertenaka. It was a pretty cool match. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you have fun on the 4th for you Merkins. But yeah, also I did acquire PVR finally yesterday, so I'm gonna have just a random video on Saturday, but then I'm gonna start another LP for Wednesdays, maybe also Mondays, we'll see. But I mean, I'm at least gonna do it on Wednesdays. I don't know if I'll do it on Monday too, but I don't know, we'll see. But at the very least, that is it for this. So hope you guys enjoyed. Such blah, comment, sub, and later guys.